All right, here we go. This is about solving absolute value inequalities and equations. So these will involve absolute value of x. This is a graph of y equals absolute value of x. It's a V shape. Here's a graph of y equals k. All right. We want to solve absolute value of x equals k. When k is positive, these two graphs meet at two places. Namely, k is positive k and k is negative k. If k equals 0, then y equals 0 is this line here. It meets the V shape at one point only when x equals 0. So if k equals 0, then absolute value of x equals k has one solution, x equals 0. If k is less than 0, then here's a graph of y equals k, and it entirely misses this V shape. There's no solutions. So if k is less than 0, then absolute value of x equals k does not have a solution. For positive k, then absolute value of x greater than k is solved by these two half lines pointing in opposite directions, x less than negative k or k less than x. If k is positive, then absolute value of x is less than k. It's solved by minus k less than x less than k, this open interval. These are all the points within k units of 0. These are all the points here beyond k units of 0. And if k is less than 0, then absolute value of x is greater than k for all x. Absolute value of x is less than k for no x. So for example, here we go. Absolute value of x equals 23. Well, this is a positive number, so the solution is minus 23 or x equals positive 23. Absolute value of x minus 3, that quantity minus 19 equals 3. Well, first we'll want to isolate the absolute value. So we'll add 19 to both sides. That'll cancel it on the left. And then you get on the right 3 plus 19. Absolute value of x minus 3 equals 3 plus 19. That simplifies to absolute value of x minus 3 equals 22. Now here we have an absolute value of x equals a positive number. There's two possibilities. Is x minus 3 is positive 22 or x minus 3 is negative 22. Add 3 to both sides. Get x equals 3 plus and minus 22. 3 minus 22 is negative 19. 3 plus 22 is 25. So x equals negative 19 or x equals 25. These are the solutions to this equation. Absolute value of x less than or equal to 4. Well, that's x between plus or minus 4. If you had absolute value of x less than or equal to negative 4, there'd be no solutions. Absolute value of x plus 9 less than or equal to 12. Okay, so x plus 9 is within 12 units of 0. So x plus 9 is between negative 12 and positive 12. Okay, we solve this by subtracting 9 from all three parts. Let's get 12 minus negative 12 minus 9 is less than or equal to x, is less than or equal to positive 12 plus 9. Simplifies to negative 21 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. This closed interval. Negative 14 equals absolute value of x minus 3. But an absolute value is never negative, so this has no solution. 0.9, oh, I'm not sure where this came. Here we have two related equations. Here we have no absolute value sign. Here we have an absolute value sign. Okay, 0.9 minus 0.3x equals 8.4. Okay, we'll transpose the 0.9 by subtracting from both sides. Minus 0.3x equals 8.9 is minus 0.9. Minus 0.3x equals 7.5. Okay, great. Divide both sides by negative 0.3 and you get x is 7.5 over negative 0.3, or x equals negative 25 is the one and only solution to this inequality. This equality, excuse me. Now, however, let's write with an absolute value sign. Absolute value of 0.9 is 0.3x equals 8.4. Like this, but with absolute value signs. Well, if an absolute value equals 8.4, then this thing must be plus or minus 8.4. All right. Now we go through the same procedures as before, only we have to keep this plus or minus running around. So we subtract the 0.9 from both sides, get negative 0.3x equals plus or minus 8.9 minus 0.9, 8.4 minus 0.9. Divide now both sides by negative 0.3 and get x equals plus or minus 8.9 over negative point minus 0.9 over negative 0.3. And okay, long story short, a bit of arithmetic. Get x is negative 25 or x is 31. This one here has one solution. This one here has two solutions. Here we have absolute value of T minus 78 degrees is less than or equal to 8 degrees. In other words, the temperature is within 8 degrees of 78 degrees. Okay, well, absolute value is less than or equal to a positive number, means that the quantity is between plus and minus 8 degrees. So it's x minus 78 degrees is between plus and minus 8 degrees. We solve for T by adding 78 to all three parts. 78 minus 8 degrees is less than or equal to T is less than or equal to 78 plus 8 degrees. Or T is between 70 degrees and 86 degrees. So this solves this.